What up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with an absolute epic of a reaction for you. Well, it is Friday, and I don't know of a better way to kick off today than to react to Mumbo Jumbo for the very first time. That's right, you're not dreaming. You heard it correctly. We are finally reacting to Mumbo Jumbo on this channel. As you guys know, I'm getting really heavy into playing Minecraft, and one of the things I've been really needing to learn how to do is how to make redstone builds. And what a better way to learn than from the redstone god himself, Mumbo Jumbo, because he just uploaded a brand new redstone video called I Made a Transforming Cave Base in Minecraft. So I'm absolute stoked to react to this, and I hope you enjoy the video. But before we jump into it, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. But enough talking, let's get to reacting and roll that bomb ass intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo-hoo! Oh, it's time, fam. I'm so stoked. Let's go.
It's time for a throwback. Many moons ago, I created this redstone contraption right
Teach
here.
me,
This is my
Mumbo.
transforming cave, and it takes a completely regular, normal cave ending and transforms it
I'm looking all day.
into a nice little home. I am actually quite
What?
surprised that this still works because I...
What? Okay. Maybe I need to learn baby steps first, but, you know, let's rip off that Band-Aid. We talked about that yesterday, ripping off the Band-Aid. Let's rip off the Band-Aid and learn how to go big.
built this way back in 2017. It's almost 5 years now.
Jesus.
What? Oh my goodness, I've suddenly felt very old there. So obviously this thing is awesome. I'm a massive fan of this redstone
at all of
contraption,
that.
but I definitely feel like we can go bigger and we can go better. However, I am a little bit nervous because this is already quite big. You know, as far as redstone contraptions go, this thing isn't exactly small. This is the new cave that I want to transform, and as you can see, it's considerably more spacious than the previous one. And it also has a lot more details in the walls and things, because the other one realistically looked like a box with just a few blocks in the corner. And as you can see here, I've already started trying to work out where on earth all of the pistons are going to go. And I'm already confused. So all these ones that you can see in the walls here, those are to do the details that are sticking.
See, fam, this is like the stuff that I really need to learn, because on the DTP SMP, right, as you guys know, I got a pretty massive build going on, and there's a couple hidden doorways I really want to put in there. So I need to learn how to do redstone, and Mumbo Jumbo, he's the king
out
of
of the
redstone.
walls. All of these little parts, they need to be pulled back so that we get a rigid square shape, so then we can do the transformation.
be
Now the
cool.
transformation is going to be done making use of piston feed tapes. Some of these piston feed tapes need to be double extender piston feed tapes, whereas some of them need to be more traditional piston feed tapes. And I'm hoping we can do the traditional ones on the roof and maybe the floor, but we might not be able to do it on the floor. Now this is going to sound a little bit strange, but the more pistons I add in for the piston feed tapes, the more I'm actually making sense of this system. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to see where all of the blocks are going to be going and how this is actually going to work.
Yeah, so I think this video is going to be more inspirational. Like, Mumbo's going to inspire me to do redstone, because I clearly need like a 101 on redstone, because this already double extenders, piston feed tapes, those words are not in my vocabulary yet, and I'm just looking at this and it's already like a puzzle that I don't know how to solve.
And now that I've got a lot of them in, I've realized that this is actually not going to work at this point in time. We've got some fighting down at the bottom
not
here.
gonna work.
We've got some rotation this way while also trying to rotate this way, and that is not going to function. So I need to think of something. And after
Good
half
thing
an
you
hour of
caught it,
bashing
Mumbo,
my head
'cause
against
I
my
wouldn't
desk,
have.
I have managed to come up with something. So we've got a small piston feed tape up at the top here. We've got a big piston feed tape, big piston feed tape, and big piston feed tape for all of the walls. and then a big piston feed tape for down at the bottom. I think I might be on track for the record of most times piston feed tape has been said within the first 3 minutes of a YouTube video.
It a couple times,
I
Mumbo. I'm not gonna lie.
So now I actually need to start work on wiring this thing up, which is scary. Yeah, I'm a tiny bit scared about this. Oh, and in case you're wondering what I'm actually doing right now, this is me
testing it.
Just retracting all of the blocks into the walls, so I know what we're working with here. So our blocky cave has now been converted into a cube, and this is where the transformation begins. And the first stage of the transformation is getting the piston feed tapes working. And I thought I would tackle the big problem first, which is the double piston extender in the bigger double piston extender piston feed tapes. I feel sorry for anyone.
Double piston extender piston feed tapes. Okay. I got a lot to learn, fam. I'm willing to learn, though. I'm willing to learn, but I got a lot to learn. That was a lot of words.
Someone who's watching this who doesn't understand Redstone, it's just words. It's just a bunch.
Oh, I could not have timed that more perfectly, Mumbo. You know where I'm at, Mumbo. You read my mind. You know I don't really know anything about Redstone, and you just confused me there, and you knew it. So much love, Mumbo. Thank you for that, bro.
A bunch of words flying out my mouth that mean nothing, but still, try your best to stick with me. So the thing is, on the bigger piston feed tape, we're making use of double piston extenders so that we can do a double extension and then retract back here. So the piston feed tape is going to have a gap in the middle, but we don't need any pistons on this side because that would get in the way of the cave. Even I'm losing what I'm talking about. But the issue with this double piston extender back here is...
Okay, so that made sense, right? Because the double extenders grab it, pull it back too, so then these can come down and that block will be out of the way. I got you. Thank you, Mumbo. See, you just got to sometimes break it down a little bit for us Minecraft noobs. Thank you.
So we can't actually put any redstone in this section because this is where the piston feed tape is, and we can't put any redstone underneath here because this is also where the piston feed tape is and is going to get stuck and in the way of other piston feed tapes. So I've had to create this monstrosity. But the monstrosity is working, it is functioning, it is fast, so I'm happy with it. Now, I thought the monstrosity would be able to work in all of the locations, but it can't because these repeaters right here would power blocks that are here, and that would cause these pistons to extend, breaking the entire thing. So I have to go back to the drawing board again, and I think I've come up with a solution, but it is starting to get a little bit strange. However, it does seem to be fully functional. Nice. And now that I've added in a little circuit down at the bottom which connects these pistons, you can hopefully begin to see how this will work. So, double piston extender extends, grabbing these blocks here, it then retracts, and then these push it up.
Yep. Okay.
And then these pistons up at the top here will be doing their pushing around, back. So then we will get that sort of rotating action going on. So all of the bottom parts for our wall.
Okay, so maybe this isn't like, obviously this is definitely going big. This isn't a baby step, but he is breaking it down now where I'm starting to understand the mechanics of this redstone contraption that he's making. So I'm picking up what he's putting down,
all piston feed tapes have been completed. Now it's time for the top parts, and they should be considerably easier. In fact, that is everything. So if you imagine blocks are getting pushed up from the bottom here, they go in front of these pistons here
and then push down.
And there it is working. I mean, that is it. Sweet. All right. So now if I connect up all of these things, we might actually have ourselves a working piston feed tape here. Let's have a look. I've just quickly placed in all this glass with this diamond block. We should see this diamond block get moved. Okay. Can this handle a ridiculously short pulse? Oh, it can. And now that I've got the timings worked out, this is a ridiculously satisfying system to watch. I mean, look at this.
That is
super satisfying. So you can see all of these blocks are rotating around. They're doing the feed tape things, and it is working perfectly. So that is going.
So chat, explain something to me, because this is something I don't know. So why is he having to put a block here and then remove it, put a block here and remove it? Like, why can't he just put a switch there? Let me know, chat. Let me know in the comments, because again, I'm a noob to Redstone. I have no clue at all why.
Going to be our transforming wall right there. I'm excited. All of my boring technical talk has paid off. So we now have piston feed tape number 2 all sorted now. And that is working well. I could watch this all day. And piston feed tape number 3 is a little bit more complicated because we used a different double piston extender down at the bottom. But
oh, that is super satisfying.
Regardless,
That
it
is
is
super
all working
satisfying.
properly and looking fantastic. I have just 2 more piston feed tapes to build, and then you will never have to hear me say that word again. The first one is a bog standard piston feed tape, and it is about as easy as it gets. This is a nice relief from the other ones. And to be fair, now that I've gotten very used to building these double piston extender piston feed tapes, this
double extender piston feed tapes. Double extender piston feed tapes. I don't even think I'm saying it right.
came together really nicely as well. God, these might be some of my favourite things to watch, especially when they're working fast. This machine is looking a tiny bit crazy already. So what is the next stage for this thing? Well, we have all of the piston feed tapes in place, which basically means we have the actual mechanical part done. This could transform, just currently it's not going to do it in any meaningful or smart fashion because each of the piston feed tapes needs to be hand activated by me. So I now need to put in a circuit that will make it so that these piston feed tapes fully transform the area that they're meant to be transforming. Now, what on earth does this actually mean? Well, currently the floor in here is made out of stone, but if I hit this button, we can see that that stone floor gets fully transformed into a diamond floor because I put in this circuit, which causes our piston feed tape to fire 6 times, which is the number of blocks that need to be swapped. Now, the number of blocks that need to be swapped is different for all of the piston feed tapes because all of the piston feed tapes are different sizes, but actually, it's...
Chat, can someone keep track of how many times he says piston feed tapes? I'm just curious. I mean, we gotta be at least 40 right now. At least.
It's not really that complicated to do. You could say it's really quite simple. Oh boy, this thing is armed and ready.
Oh boy!
It is connected.
Oh boy!
Everything is wired. It should be good to go. But just in case backups have been made, it's not that I don't have faith in myself. It's just that I don't really have faith in myself. So our room is starting off completely stone. Now you may be wondering why those diamond blocks are there. It's because all of these blocks would actually be popped out into this location with all of the caviness, but obviously I haven't done that part of the circuitry just yet, so they're back there. All we want to see is, does all of this stone get swapped out for diamond blocks? That is the question, and that is what we're about to find out, and we're about to find it out in a very noisy way. This is ridiculous.
Chat, that is so dope!
This is...
What?
Wow, it actually worked. It actually works, okay? Okay, so then if I hit this button again, we should now see that once again, an entire bombardment to our eardrums begins, but everything is swapped out, and we now have ourselves a stone cube. This is fully functional.
This is dope.
This is completely ridiculous. I absolutely love redstone contraptions like this. What comes next?
I do too.
Well, we need to link up all of these pistons right here. These are the pistons that are going to make our cave look like a cave, so they're incredibly important. And the set of pistons that I was really panicked about were these pistons back here, but I've just thought we don't actually need to power them from inside the piston feed tape. We can power them from outside the piston feed tape just fine. There's me trying to think of systems that make use of observers and send...
But how can it power it through the wall, though? That's going to go in, right? Because isn't the wall that's going to go in between, right?
Being power through all of the pistons, when in reality, we can just power them from back here. And let's be honest, it looks super cool. I mean, seriously, look at this. Look at this. This is a proper redstone contraption.
What?
Let's have a look then. If I flick this lever right here, we have got ourselves a cave. We have got ourselves a cave. And then when I flick this lever again... we no longer have a cave. That, in of itself, is satisfying. Everything about this is satisfying. Right, let's combine the two. I'm going to do this in a slightly strange fashion. I'm not entirely sure how well it's going to work. But this piston feed tape is an 8-high piston feed tape. It's one of the biggest piston feed tapes in the system. Which means that when this stops working, the whole system will have shut off. So this cauldron right here will tell us that everything has stopped working and when we can re-extend all of the blocks, surely, hopefully. I guess we're about to find out. All looks pretty good to me. All looks pretty good to me. Oh, I totally goofed. But now I fixed it, so now for the fun part. I get to actually design the room that this thing transforms into. And because I think it will make it more fun, I'm going to install carpet mod that will allow me to have movable tile entities such as barrels and furnaces, so I can actually have movable...
My mind is beyond blown right now And here I just want to start making trapdoors and secret rooms and stuff, and he's creating a room out of thin air. Like, this is... I hope to get to this level someday, fam. This is crazy.
All super smelters and storage systems, and that definitely gets me excited. Little did I know that I was in for a few hours of just repeatedly smashing my head into my desk, trying to solve all sorts of strange issues. But now I am finally ready to transform this cave. So here we have our completely normal, very boring looking cave. Nothing suspicious going on in here. But at the press of a button, this entire stony area...
Let's go!
Is going to transform into a very nice, cozy little base. So here we can see all of the walls are beginning to shift around. Things are happening. The floor is moving. The ceiling is moving. We have got things popping up. A little crafting bench in the corner there. We've got ourselves a super smelter. We've got a little bit of storage. We've got a loom so that we can make banners. We have not one, but 2 stone cutters, just because I think they look awesome. We have a smithing table so we can upgrade to netherite gear, because obviously someone with a base like this is going to be upgrading to netherite gear. We've got a smoker. We've got blast furnace. We've got ourselves a brewing stand, crafting bench that pops up in the corner. That crafting bench right there is the cause of many hours of frustration. We've got a storage system that surrounds a couple of furnaces and a few more crafting benches, just in case... you know, you needed some spares.
Fam.
And then finally, in this corner here, we've got ourselves a bed. So this is basically everything that we need for a little survival.
So this is why this dude is literally the god of Redstone. Not just did he make, you know, he could have just kept it simple and didn't have, like, you know, the little integral cave portions of the wall pop out. Like, that was extra. Amazing. Then he goes above and beyond, has a crafting table pop up, even though there's 2 in the wall, and then the secret bed. Like, there's a secret base, and then there's, like, the mecca of secret bases that appear out of nowhere. Mumbo, you have outdone yourself, and man, did I pick a good video of yours to react to for the very first time. Let's go!
Base in Minecraft, and it is all stuff that we can make disappear with the press of a button.
This is crazy,
I mean,
fam.
as you can see, everything is just shifting around. Everything is being pushed away.
One more.
The stone is
and then
here.
Pop out.
And
pop out.
There we go. Bed is hidden. Everything has been made to look cave-like, and you would never know that outside of this cave's walls is just a mess of redstone
it looks
and
like
pistons
a spaceship.
And all sorts of weird bits and pieces.
This
has been a really, really fun redstone project to work on. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Let's go, fam. Let me bring you in. Let me bring you in here. Spotify, please. Let's go. No ads. I'm almost speechless. Like, I need baby steps, but I definitely learned more outside of just the baby steps, though. The double extenders, piston feed tapes, I don't know. But I really like the idea of not just having like gravel drop out or something, of actually having like a rotating wall. Like, I think that's really cool. Like having a false wall and then having one like drop in of something else. Cause then, I mean, you really could, just like he did, transform a cave room into your base. And then you could even have,
a bit friendlier to your budget.
dang you, Spotify, but then you could even have like, you could have a front to it, right? That pops up or drops down. So then you like hit a button outside and it looks just like a, you know, a mountainside. You push a button, you know, on the other side of a hidden bush or something. And then all of a sudden it drops out and you walk through and you're like, oh, this is a hidden cave room. But little did you see the button right there and you go, beep, boop. And then all of a sudden it transforms it into this mega massive, amazing room, a base. Mumbo, you are an inspiring content creator, and I am so glad that this is the video that we chose to react to yours for the very first time because I've learned, I've enjoyed this, and I know the Sauce Gang is gonna go bananas when they watch this. This was awesome. Remember, guys, to go over to Mumbo's channel right here. Check him out. And yes, fam, we are already subscribed. Mumbo Jumbo's where it's at. But if you enjoyed this video, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy your upcoming weekend, and remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and as usual, be kind of one another. And that's all I got. Boom! I'm out. Gonna love the Sauce Gang. Peace. And if you'd like to see me play Minecraft, follow me on Twitch at HotSauceBeats402. Link will be in the description at twitch.tv/HotSauceBeats402. Have a great day, fam. Deuces.